So, Omar is fed. I took him out to pee. I found out that when I let him out in the middle of the night when he wouldn't stop bugging me, and I let him go get water and then come back, he did a quick poo-poo on the floor, so I found that when I got up, so I picked that up. I don't have to worry about that. And I'm sure he'll just crash if I crash, although I'm awake, even though I don't want to be awake. So anyway, I don't want all that stuff, expensive organic vegetables I bought to go bad. I want them all to go bad. You know, I was so, obviously, so caught up in what was going on with my mom and whatnot, and just wanted to stay away from her in here, so I wasn't doing any cooking. But I don't want all that to go to waste. I need to make that soup. I was smart. I put her chicken thighs, because they didn't burn to a crisp, remember. It was only chance. It was only chance. Because she could have easily not woken up. And even if it wouldn't cause a fire, they definitely, her chicken thighs would have burned to a crisp. And if the oven, if it started smoking because of that, then the alarm would have went off. But you don't want to sugarcoat and make light of that, and you might want to like make light of what happened, what I did, you know. Anyway, even if, because she's trying to say, well, it was only on 350, and you know, I know. It's an electric oven, it was on 350, and I don't know if it would eventually cause a fire. I'm not aware of things like that. I'm aware of burners. Obviously a burner is it's gonna cause a fire, but in the oven on 350, chicken in a glass Pyrex dish covered with foil. How long would that take to cause a fire? I have no idea. But her little old Omar would get me up, or I would have woken up. You might have woken up, you might have not woken up, Mom. Okay? In any case, doing that, and it's the fact that she took her meds, took double trazodone, went to lie down, and remember she's on no sleep yet again. She's going to pass out possibly for hours. But of course, then I woke her up, and she stayed up, I would bet, I can't prove it, okay, but I mean she was still up when I went to bed. I could hear her up. Chances are she stayed up all night, because the day we got her, yesterday when we got her section, she was even more of a basket case, okay? And you can hear her, how she's not even speaking rationally, she's whatever, okay? Even in regards to the fire and what, I mean, I'm sorry, not the fire, it's not a fire, it's going to sleep and leaving the stove with her chicken on. Which she didn't intentionally do. Her body's exhausted. She's not even thinking straight, because she's obviously making the chicken because she wants to eat it, right? You know, so whatever. Let's put it this way. Even if there was no double trazodone in the picture, which I couldn't believe, I wouldn't have known that. She told me. I'm like, oh my God. She started to say 6, and I thought she took 6 trazodone. No, she's just babbling. She's babbling, okay? Whatever sparked this breakdown, even if it was me getting upset with her over the Omar thing and punishing her by taking Omar just for the night, not for good, okay? And telling her I'm not going to let her watch the movie I got for her. Punishment, very mild punishment. If that triggered it, then you know, whatever. It progressed further and had nothing to do with me or whatnot, you know what I mean? She might have just been ready to snap anyway. She's obsessed with everything on the news. Everything. And she incorporates it into her own life. As in, she's going to this party and she's taking this metal rod thing. I don't know what it is, whatever it is, to an exercise or whatnot. Why are you taking that, Mom? just what we saw on the news. In case it freezes and we have to smash the windows and this, that. Oh my God. All right. And then she'll hear about people getting snowed in, losing electricity, etc., etc. She made this last snowstorm out to be way more than it actually wound up being. I mean, as far as I can see in our yard, it's not what she says. She's trying to say, oh, we got 2 feet of snow or this. No, we didn't. We didn't even get 1 foot of snow as far as I can see. I didn't look it up, but, you know, I don't know. She's crazy. She's just whatever. But one time Auntie said to me, we don't say crazy, Laura, we say off her meds. Yeah. The problem with that is, I think that's a total lie. I don't think she wasn't, I don't believe she wasn't taking her meds. But the fact is, you guys, I was on the floor with my blanket, digging into it like she does on the couch. Yeah, you take a nap, Omar. Anyway, Auntie is my ally, and she's my only ally. Okay? That's kind of funny, huh? But it's totally true. The fact is that whether or not, and we're never going to know everything for sure, but she did, once we weren't enemies anymore, she cleared up some misconceptions I had, okay, about her and the situation and whatnot. And some. And then others we're just never going to know. And that's it. It's in the past. It's bygones be bygones. Right now, there's no one that can accuse her of having any ulterior motives and wanting anything but what's best for her sister. Okay? The money's out of the equation. You know what I mean? She's not any control of my mom anymore, so no one can accuse her, rightly or wrongly, of anything, including me. All right? But the fact remains that I had to beg her because she had an emergency thing. She had to do that. She wanted me to just call the police. I said, look, Auntie, they will not listen to me. They didn't listen to me back in 2000 and in January of 14 when you were on vacation. And she was trying to say they didn't listen to you then. That had to do with your cousin and everything. No, that was prior. Good or bad, unfortunately or not. My mom even admitted it too. I can write my mom's life story, except for her childhood. That's pretty much a mystery. But I do know that things happened to her sister, bad things. The oldest one, the one that was never right in the head for my entire existence on this planet. Bad things happened to her. Okay, as in outright, just bad things happened to her. At the hands of my now dead grandmother's now dead second husband. Okay. I only found that out recently, relatively. In any case, we don't know what happened to my mom, so I can't write about her childhood, or before I was born, or even, you know, but I mean, I know, I have it documented. Every date, every time she's been in the hospital, every hospital she's been in. She gets confused with the hospital she's been in. I know every hospital, every date, everything, okay? Everything. So, when Auntie said, no, that had to do, no, that was before. That was before cousin came into the picture, Auntie. That was the time before. That was the time you and I were sworn enemies. And you were on vacation and I was going through hell and nobody listens to me. It would have been a repeat of yesterday, I can guarantee you. I'm going to tell you why. And what I learned. And it sucks. We know my mom needs help. Okay? But to convince the cops, they can't just come in and just take someone from their home. You have to convince them. And Auntie was saying that my mom's off her meds, and I'm saying she's not. And the police and the ambulance people are like looking at my aunt like, why is she saying she's not and you're saying she is, etc., etc. And then Auntie takes me aside, we have to, but that's a lie. We don't know she's off her meds. And as far as I'm concerned, she's not. I don't believe she's off her meds. But Auntie is right in that you got to say stuff, because for them to take you seriously if you know the person needs help. And that just sucks, because it goes on their permanent record. And now it explains to me why when me and my mom were both against Auntie, and Auntie, you know, got my mom got her into the hospital section of what I referred to as the phony 911 call. I later saw paperwork, and it says in the paperwork that my mom was threatening to hurt the animals, and that's not true. She's never once done that. And that's very distressing to me, because that goes down in her permanent record. But I won't do that. I'm not going to lie and say she's off her meds if I don't know she's off her meds, or say she's threatening to hurt the animals if she's not. I'm not going to do it. And that's why they won't listen to me. So it's a damn good thing that Auntie came over here. She wanted me to call the ambulance on my own. She said, Laura, you have to grow up, you have to do the blah, blah, whatever. And I'm like telling her, they won't listen to me. It's just like what I overheard my mom saying to the woman who takes care of Angel, how the people in my mom's Bible study, because remember, all her friends, they 100% believe her when she starts saying, you know, whether it's me or her sister or us lumped together, they just want to put me away, they just want to whatever. And she was telling the woman who takes care of Angel, saying to her, you know, it's okay, I talked to so-and-so, these people that are really, really nice, the ones she takes her to Bible study, they run the Bible study, okay. And she goes, they told me, don't worry, Samantha, no, we're not going to let nobody can take you away, nobody can. Well, you know what, they're wrong. And they're not she's not their family member. And they've only been in her life a brief amount of time. Whereas Auntie, and then me, you know what I mean? Auntie's been in her life the longest, and me the second longest. These friends don't know shit. No, I don't like it that we had to lie, and I wouldn't do it. But then Auntie's just whispering to them, you know, she can't handle this, blah, 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 whatever. But it is a lie to say she's off her meds, and she gets accused of that, and that sucks. So now I know why in the past when I was in LA, she would always she'd give me messages, you know, they say I'm not taking my medication, but I am, and you know, that's what they do to get her taken away. And to me that's very sad. But in 2013, she became a total danger to herself because they wouldn't listen to me, because I don't lie. And they just saw me as whatever, and she is able to just sweet talk and act like she's perfectly fine, talking to this, whatever, and they didn't listen to me. But they damn well listen to Auntie. The sad thing is that Auntie didn't get here fast as I thought she would, and I'm like, she's on her way, will you please wait for her? And the guy goes, no, we can't. They were going to just leave. They were going to leave. I didn't tell Auntie this. I can tell her when I talk to her, but they were going to leave. They can't just take someone out of their home, which is true, but see, we know that she needs the help. Okay, we know that she does. I wasn't going to say she's not taking her meds or threatening to hurt the animal, this is Omar. But the fire thing, leaving the burner, doing that is the truth. The nosebleed, the drinking all that coffee. Auntie said, you know, that told how she had that seizure last time from the coffee. We don't know what the fuck caused that seizure. All I know is that she's never had one in her life, and she has one 2 days after entering that mental health facility that she's never going to go back into. I mean, over my dead, she's not going to, you know, I put my foot down with those people, the regular hospital. Because remember, she has to stay there until an available bed opens up. That's how it works in this world. In case any of you are not even remotely familiar, and I'm sure a lot of you are not. I don't like the lying. I get it. I also get, but I don't like that either, why Auntie doesn't want my mom to have her fucking address book. You know damn well church friend's going to be pounding on this door. Your mom wants her address book. And you can say, how will she reach church friend? There's some numbers she knows by heart. She had her purse with her. There is a book she keeps certain important numbers in. She wanted the big book. She wanted to be able to call everyone under the sun. And Auntie's right. We wanted to stop her from doing that. She does that every time. Okay? Because she wasn't going to go. And the cops don't understand. They just wanted to. She was willing to go voluntarily. She's never done that. And they're like, she just wants her address book. Auntie had it. She said, take this and don't give it to her. Hide it. So I hid it. I'm going to pretend I don't know where it is. And that's the end of that. She doesn't get it. I'm not going to violate. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give it to her. If Auntie says she shouldn't have it, I'm not going to give it to her. Like Auntie said, you and I have to join team, be on the same side to help your mother, and she's right. I wouldn't do it. And the cops didn't know what to think. I'm saying she's not, is she off her meds or is she not? And then they're thinking, who lives here with her? I do. And I'm saying she's not off her meds. Because I believe she's taking them. If they're gone, I believe she's taking them. She even eats her little cereal, and I believe she's taking her meds. I 100% believe it. The afternoon med, I have no idea. She's gone so much to so many different places that I know she forgets to take the afternoon med. But I think she just broke because of stress and not just because of me. She watches that news constantly, and there's constantly bad things, and she's always talking about it, incorporating it into her own life. Whatever, in mine, there's a stabbing or shooting on the, I don't want you taking the train, Mom. Anything can happen at any time, you know, but that's what she'll be like. Anything happens, it's like, I don't want you doing this, Laura, and I don't want this, and anything you could think of. And apparently somewhere here in Massachusetts, in Whitman or something, I don't know where it was, forget, there's people going around pretending that they are the electric company and saying if you don't give them money, they're going to shut your electricity off, and they have the truck and everything. She heard that, and I'm like, well, we know about the telemarketer scams and whatnot. I'm like, well, you shouldn't answer the calls that are telemarketers. And she doesn't know how to tell if the number on her phone. She doesn't know how to tell that, so she answers the phone all the time. And I'm like, and she's like, don't do that, Lord, don't. I'm like, don't worry, Mom. That's asinine in of itself that people believe that they're coming to your door and saying we're going to shut your electricity off if you don't give us money. Wouldn't the majority of people think I don't owe them any money? They don't know. I mean, it's just fucked. But the point is, my mother constantly watches the news. Okay? And that most definitely influences this with her. You know, she wrote on my box here, I won't reveal anything, but I can just give you a gist of it. She wrote, told you she wants to have that, she's calling everybody, wants to have them come over. She's talking about, she gets influenced by all this stuff on the news. She's afraid people are going to get stuck. She's concerned about animals. You remember all the things on the news lately with the animals? The stupid hoverboard exploding and the dog died inside. Dumbass hoverboard. She and I are on the same page of that. It's just ridiculous. The drones are ridiculous that they exist at all, that the hoverboards. And it's just ridiculous. And then, you know, those two little Pomeranians just getting stolen, just someone, you know. So she's influenced by all of that, and she worries all about animals. Worried about snow and animals being shut in. She wants to put signs up with her phone number. You know, these are all things she'll put signs up with her phone number down the grocery store. You can come here with your pets. If you have no electricity or whatnot, we can provide warm coffee. You know what I mean? And that goes back to the same thing, Miss Sear, if you're watching this, or anyone who's following my little thing, trying to get C to understand my mom's little, don't tell me what to do. I want my independence. I want, I'm perfectly fine, and you need to give me space and let me do what I want. Well, things she wants are potentially dangerous. Inviting, I couldn't stop her. When she's like this, she has nothing. She'll put signs up in the grocery store cause she's talking about, I saw her in the grocery store something about a sign and people who are blind or are deaf who need help, Laura, and she's inviting that one friend over here with the cat. And all I did was say to her, now granted she's sick, she's not going to be like this when she's not sick, but obviously if part of her sickness, if her breakdown is because she's snapping because of things she wants to do that I try to stop her from doing or whatnot, then, it's all there. It's just, it comes out, All I said to her was, Mom, Elmer's not going to get along if your friend has her cat over here. I don't care. The cat can go in the cage, or Elmer can go in the cage. I'm going to do what I want. It's my house. See? And she does get these kind of ideas into her head and whatnot when she's not in the middle of a breakdown. But when she's not in the middle of a breakdown and being belligerent and defiant and all that, you can get through to her. But when she's in a breakdown, no. Yesterday she was going to take everything in the kitchen sink with her, run away, do whatever, just run away, and she had everything with her. Including her checkbook. The checkbook accesses our one joint account, and we don't have a credit card or checkbook on the bigger account, but she can access it easily with her license, and that's reality. Okay, that's reality. Auntie's saying, well, your name's on it, why don't you, until she's not sick, put all the money into your account, blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah, well, I would be under suspicion if I do that. She's the primary, and I would be under suspicion, Auntie, number one. Number two, you could say, but she can snap at any time, and that's what happens when she snaps. So it's pretty much, I don't know. But yesterday there's proof of it. She was going to do all kinds of shit that would have led all kinds of people, all her little mentally ill people she hangs out with in that place, whatever, all going to know. And remember what she told me, because when I understandably got upset about she doesn't want any indication there's anything wrong with her at all. So when I got upset, I didn't yell. I'm like, Mom, well, I was going to wake up and something and blaming. The alarm clock wouldn't plug in. What does that have to do with the timer? The timer doesn't go in the wall. You're not talking rationally. The timer, you didn't keep the timer with you by your head. It was all the way in the kitchen. Now, granted, she had her door open, but it's not even like she accidentally fell asleep on the couch, people. She went into her bed, took her meds, went into bed when she had chicken in the oven. Okay? And then she's like, I told everybody at that place that you yell at me, and they say blah, 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 and everybody knows, and this, that, or whatever, and, No, Mama, they don't know shit. They only know your skewered version of reality. Anyway, that's that.